Another productive day. And you'll notice that the seat has now been lowered by about 1.5 inches. And I was just noticing it was too high and making me lean forward. So we took out the spacer. Whoop. Not a good position here. Side stand on the dirt. Better get riding this thing before I drop it somewhere. Okay, there we go. Seat covers on. Foam padding. 1/2 inch dense foam, and then another 1/2 inch on top of the 1/2 inch dense foam. So 1 inch foam padding, dense foam. Got the headlight ring fitting properly now and locking, which is a good thing. After many years, they do get distorted a bit. A little bit of a leak in the head exhaust that I'm gonna have to fix. So that means shimming that with some thin aluminum or some thin brass, maybe something that expands quite a bit and seals. Got the pipe starting to get a little bit dirty. The side cover's on. Starting first kick still. There's the angle of the rear end now. So we're at the same line as the straight tube on the frame, and the cowl is fitting over top of it. The fiberglass fits over the two tubes. So that, with a little bit of padding underneath on the tubes, it's very solid now. So there's no move. I can lift the bike with the tailpiece pretty much right now with 2 bolts in it, and there's no safety zap straps on the back there, and the clearance is much more racy-ish than enduro-ish. I might be able to keep those shocks. I have another set of shocks with progressive springs, so we'll try these out for a month or something. And I think I'm going to insure it now because I have a headlight working. And let me see here. Uh-oh. There we go. I had a headlight. I'll have to check that out. But we do have the instrumentation, and we were at 10 volts earlier after running up and down the alley. I got it up to 11, so we are charging, and that's one of the voltage regulators, the cheapos from Amazon, believe it or not. And the tachometer is idling around 700 RPM now, and that's pretty good for me. Brakes are working really well. The forks, I'm gonna need to work on the forks. It's pulling a little bit to the left, so I'm thinking I'll loosen up the lower clamps, and I'll loosen up the headset clamp, and the bearings probably have to be loosened up, and then the top yoke probably needs to be shifted over this way, so twist this way. Forks right now I think are twisted this way a bit, so they're pulling to that side, and I need to pull them this way. So we'll do that, maybe mallet a bit on the end here until we get them aligned properly. If I can take the front wheel off, I might be able to get a flat 4-point check on the front bottom fork lowers, so I have a square setting on the 2 tubes. So we'll have to check that out. Not a big deal for in the alleyway, but definitely a big deal on the highway, so we don't want to have the bike pulling with one side or the other. Check the alignment. I got the new chain. It's a 520 O-ring, and if you put a 19-inch sprocket on the front rather than an 18, which I run, you'll end up with a 520 O-ring chain grinding a lot of your engine cases, because the chains are a lot thicker than the standard 520. So they will rub if you run a 19-inch sprocket. It's not recommended. 19-inch sprocket is quite stressful on the chain and everything else. You definitely on long distances would have your teeth distorting because of that extra torque on the chain. So Anyways, that's the bike today, and maybe we'll get some insurance and get some riding video soon. So look forward to that. See you guys.